November is almost over. Nanowrimo is wrapping up. We're all getting those last word counts in. December and Christmas are right around the corner. And if you're anything like me, you are left with this uneasy feeling of what's next. We've had all of this motivation, this camaraderie from writing all of November, and then suddenly it's just done. It's over. We've lost the momentum. If you are looking to build a writing career in the next year, like me, I've got 3 things that I'm going to be doing, and I'd love to share them with you. If we haven't met yet, my name's Gabrielle. I'm a writer, I'm a nurse, and I live life as a neurodivergent person. But if you're here watching this video, that means we're friends, so you can call me Gabby. The first thing I'm going to be doing is building skills. Writing is a muscle. If you don't use it, you're going to lose it. Since I haven't been in university for a really long time, writing is something that isn't a part of my everyday life anymore. But now I'm going to make it a part of my everyday life. There's a few ways that I'm going to do this. I've started a blog on medium.com. It's a great way to put your writing out there quickly and be able to get feedback. Because I've just started, I don't have an audience yet. So right now I'm kind of just building a foundation of my writing. There's the ability to apply to publications where you're kind of almost like writing for a newspaper or a magazine. The publications have a standing audience already. And so when your writing is in their publication, you're getting your writing in front of more people. One of the main benefits of writing on the internet or in this digital age is we have the ability to get feedback quickly. We know what's working, we know what's not. And I think I'm going to be taking advantage of it this year. I'm also thinking of starting like a little quarterly newsletter, mostly for friends and family, hopefully for new friends that I get from social media. It's a way that I can share ideas, thoughts, crafts, recipes, things that I'm working on recently with the people that I care about and that care about me. Another way I'll be trying to build skills is trying new challenges, trying new writing prompts, and Pinterest is an incredible tool for this. You can find anything on Pinterest. The second thing I'll be doing is I'll be building a foundation online, and that's going to be consisting of a website and some social media. With a website, I'm going to have just kind of basic stuff about myself, some samples of my writing, and then a link to any of my social media accounts, as well as a way to contact myself. When it comes to social media, I'm looking to build my presence online, and this is so far out of my comfort zone, it's not even funny. YouTube is one of the ways that I'm going to do that. I'd like to start trying to post more consistently on Instagram, but again, it's just out of my comfort zone. I don't know if I'll actually do it, but it's something I'd like to try to do. Even though it's outside of my comfort zone, social media I think can be a really good thing. For one thing, it builds consistency, and consistency is a really good muscle to use, especially when it comes to writing. Another huge benefit for social media is it helps you connect with other writers and it helps you connect with potential readers. This is super far out of my comfort zone because it feels like I'm supposed to be selling to people, and I don't want to sell to people. I don't want to sound like I'm trying to build some huge audience just to make money. I'm looking to connect with people, and it's hard to find the balance between the two. Social media does have drawbacks, but it can also be an incredible tool. It's also just a fact of life that we have to accept now that we're living in a hugely digital age, is social media is part of life. And it's part of the publishing world. If you want to be a published writer, you have to have some kind of online presence. Maybe it's out of our comfort zones, especially as writers. I find that a lot of us tend to be introverts, and that can be really hard to put ourselves out there, but we have to do it. If we want to be a successful writer, we have to connect with people. The third thing that I'll be doing is something that I'm calling collecting rejections. And this is not a term that I made up. I heard it on TikTok, obviously, from another creator. I went back as far as I could to try and find the video, but it was a creator talking about how she wanted to collect 100 rejections that year. I'm not sure if she was talking about for writing, but that's how I'm going to be applying that sentiment, is I'm going to try and collect 100 rejections of my writing. I think this is a really incredible concept because when it comes to writing and getting published, a lot of times we'll see rejection as equivalent to failure. But I think that's so far from the truth. Rejection is just a step in the right direction. We're learning what works, we're learning what doesn't work, and a rejection is learning what doesn't work. But rejection is also experience. It takes away the pressure to do things perfectly. When we think about collecting these rejections, it's almost like we are succeeding even if we quote unquote fail. The second thing it does is it prepares us for closed doors. As writers, closed doors are going to be a part of that journey if you are, especially if you're trying to go the traditional route of publishing. But rejection does not equal failure. We want to have a growth mindset. We want to have this idea that it doesn't matter if we are getting acknowledged for accomplishments, it's the work and the journey along the way that's going to make us a better writer and ultimately, hopefully, a successful author. And as you're doing these collecting of rejections, we may even collect some acceptances along the way. And that's just bonus points, because as you're collecting rejections, you are working towards your goal. You are completing something. You are making progress. And then it makes the acceptances all the sweeter. So that is it. That is the 3 things that I'm going to be doing in the next year, and especially in this next month, for my writing journey. Now that NaNoWriMo is over, I will be building my skills. I will be connecting with readers, building that foundation of a social media or an online presence, and I will be starting to collect rejections. I'm really excited to film a NaNoWriMo recap video because this year has been very different, and I would love to share the things that I did differently to be successful. Thank you so much for joining me. I look forward to seeing you in the next video.